experience with software tools such as Matlab, LabVIEW, Google Firebase, ThinkSpeak, and MIT App Inventor. He has provided hardware project consultation for UG and PG students in Coimbatore region and has published several research articles in SCI and Scopus Index journals. Notably, he installed a smart air quality monitoring system in principal office at PSG Polytechnic College. Currently, he is working as a senior application engineer at Matlab ARK Info Solution Private Limited, Chennai, where he conducts technical training in mathematics, IoT, and low-cost hardware, ML, and DL using Matlab. Today, he is here to give us a brief introduction towards plotting and data visualization, customizing plots, subplots, and multiple figures using Matlab. Over to you, sir.
Thank you for the introduction. Welcome you all for this wonderful session where we are going to discuss about how we can effectively use MATLAB for data visualization. And especially we have a lot of toolboxes, newly added toolboxes with this software. So we can wisely use this software for data visualization. And as you people from CSC background, you are passionate to use Python. Now MATLAB has a feature where you can connect your Python software and especially we have a very good feature stick machine learning toolbox, which we call this as a classification learner app. It is available with MATLAB. So almost all the um, uh, techniques which you want to work with the machine learning, right? You can actually do with the MATLAB. And I believe as actually this software is not only limited only for the branches related to electrical or branch where they are giving working for the productions or manufacturing. But still, we have embedded several toolboxes where we can uh, work with the Department of CSE and IT. Okay. So with that note, I'm starting the session. Give me a minute. Oh, all right. Hope my slides are visible. Can anyone confirm whether my slides are visible to you? Yes.
Visible, sir.
Visible. Thank you. Right. So we'll start this presentation, and I think most of you know about our tool and how effectively we can use this MATLAB for data visualization and machine. Okay. And to start with, all right. So you people know about this software, and most of you may be using this software for your research, for regular product development, and for making some analysis plots, right? So let us understand what is this tool is all about, right? See, MATLAB, it is actually from the house of maths, and we have three tools from the house of maths. One will be this you can actually explore all these 110 toolboxes, right? You have the freedom actually to make interoperability between the domains. For example, if people is passionate with the AI nowadays, right? If people want to work with this technology on AI, suppose some of them may have an idea to work with the hardware also, right? You want to do any hardware project, like you want to integrate the AI technology with the hardware related to embedded systems, or you want to relate it with drones, or if you want to do some image processing with images, or if you want to connect any smart automations, or if you want to do with IoTs, right? So there are many possible ways you can use the single tool. Okay, that is the great thing is actually you can plan with MATLAB. With this single tool, you can actually make this interoperability with the multi-domains. That is the special of this tool. And it is mostly like all the industries, wherever you see the smartness, innovative, and the effective utilization, cost cutting measure, efficiency, wherever you see these terms, right? We can relay like day to day our product, what are the product we see in our life, have may have the touch of this software. Okay. Yes. Um, More than 4 million users are using this software, right? As of research citation was stating that more than 4 million users and more than 185 country users are using this software. So having giving a try to this software is very, very important. Having a knowledge in MATLAB will be helpful when you are planning for an interoperability or multidisciplinary project or research works, etc. Right? And we have more than 1 lakh plus organization customer with us, and we have more than 5,000 staff member, including scientists, researchers, engineers, student, even students. We have people working for us to give the toolboxes live in trend where you can use this software to make your interoperability with the multi-domains. Just to highlight, can you see what is there in the screen? Can you type in the chat and you can see what is there in the screen actually? I pass it for a minute. So, can you see what is there? Do you have seen this image or footage or video somewhere else? Let me check in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, what is there in the screen you are seeing? It is not the live footage that is taken from out from the moon. Actually, no. So actually, this is one of our tool called as SimScan. Okay. Today, actually, we are speaking about a visualization, right? Today, our topic is visualization, right? So, how you can actually use this tool, SimScan, for making representation of the data. Okay, you can make some representation of the data, and this will be one of the wise example to showcase the power of this tool, MATLAB. Okay, so actually, in the screen, it is not the live footage, and this is actually developed in MATLAB SimScan. Okay, this is actually developed in SimScap, and you people know about how you can actually make a model using the writing and lines of programs, and you can make some visualization. And actually, this is where we have given a freedom where any engineer can now come and use this SimScap tool to make a visualization like this. And one special thing is also available for people using MATLAB. Actually, you can make connection with the hardware once you have complete this modeling. Okay, so actually you know about Chandrayaan is the mission to moon, right? This particular lander, okay, this entire trajectory till the touchdown, everything was planned with MATLAB SimScan. Okay, and all the visualization what you are seeing in the screen, it is not the live footage, it is created in SimScan. So we have the people in ISRO have created the world of moon with all the atmospheric data around the moon was created in SimScan. Okay, and that all the path data, everything was captured in this particular mission. Okay, and this has been modeled in the SimScan. Okay, so what are the changes that is happening in the live Chandrayaan? Okay, that is which is about to reach this moon. You can see all the orientation changes, distance, angle of deviation, and time to touchdown, everything in the software. Okay, so that is the power of the tool. This make us to understand like how we can work interoperability with the data, right, along with visualization and along with the real-time execution, that control that you can actually perform with the tool. Okay, so this will be like one of the mission where ISRO using are one of the product SimScat. Okay, not only limited to that, almost all the company like wherever they want to make this real-time execution, real-time environmental simulations, they can rely on this tool. And they have a benefit actually. They can once, if this model is working fine, if the model is successful, they can make one more step ahead and they can connect to this hardware or real-time simulators or instrument. What are the possibility to make in the real world? They can actually do that actually. That is the power of this tool, right? So about Matlab, and most of you know this software, and this is a high-level programming computing language, and it is there in the industry for more than 40 years. And most of you know, like you can develop algorithms, numerical computation, and data analysis. This add visualization. As a part of today agenda, we are going to see about visualization and how we effectively you can make visualization with this software. Okay. And what is the problem in script-based language? As you people use Python, right? There are several problems you might come across, and there are several script language you might have on C, Fortran, C++, right? So usually in script-based language, identifying a bug or logical errors are a little bit difficult for the users, right? And the development time usually a little bit higher when you compare to the model-based instance, right? And one more thing is that the time to market, okay, that will be involving a lot of time. See, if you're developing version one in a script-based language, the development time for version two will take the same time, right? So the development time, whenever you rely on the script-based programming language, usually consume a lot of time. Okay, and we cannot ask all the engineers. As we people from CSE and IT background, we are a little bit passionate to sit back and write as scripts. And we are happy to do modelings or algorithms, whatever the stuff. Maybe we are fortunate and we will sit and work with the system. But we cannot ask the other department colleagues or other department engineers to work in the same way. Okay, so that's why there is a second product called a Simulink, which support model-based design. So no more coding actually. So Simulink is a block-based environment, okay, where we will call this as a no-code, low-code approach or block-based environment, where you can use the blocks. So we have given provided that 110 plus toolboxes to the users, so they can explore the toolboxes and they can just pick and place the blocks, okay, and they can connect it and build a model, okay. So as we say, this is a model-based tool. You can actually build a model in that model-based tool, play with the parameters. What are the dynamic parameter you want to change? Okay, you can go ahead and change the values, connect each blocks, okay, and complete your model. And yes, as we know, you can do perform simulation in Simulink, and you can make all the data analysis, visualization, graphical work, reporting, documentation, everything you can do. And you have the feature to connect with Python as well. And you can also connect with IoTs directly. We have an connection with the ThinkSpeak where you can push the data to ThinkSpeak and you can connect to the hardware also. Okay. So this interoperability feature is as most of the people from the industry like this special one, which is called as interoperability, because you can actually work with this ideate us to give the updations in a different way actually. Okay, if we have an idea, okay, you just come back to this software, okay, and you can actually ideate and you can go for that different version of updation. This person, right? So followingly, um, let's look for placement opportunity almost the screen. These are more than 40 years they are in connected with us. They are using our tool, right? So you can look for placement opportunity. And almost all the products were in our day-to-day, whatever we use, whatever we rely, we commute, all this software might have the touch of this MATLAB. Okay. And just to highlight, the recent MATLAB always support the latest trending technology. So whatever we see in our life, right, trending technology. So MATLAB support AI, reusable rockets, advanced prosthetics, autonomous robot, clean energy. All this stuff you can actually try with MATLAB, actually, right? And you can actually download the software and you have three different access. You can either download the full version of the software and you can try MATLAB online also, and we have some full project you can also try with MATLAB online. So three different access available. The key thing will be your college mail ID, create an account, and you are good to go to access all these one-time toolboxes. Okay. And this is a very short video. You can see how Matlab can help you in different ways. Yeah. So we have several set of pre-built apps where you can actually yes. Sorry. We'll go for this one. So actually, we let us start with data visualization. Like, see, this is some piece of code actually. So as a visualization, so this is a little bit hard, right? We didn't understand what is there actually we have done. So you can understand L is something they have assigned to 160 star membrane. So people little bit having idea on working with mathematics know about these membranes, right? So it has been so 1 comma 100 f is equal to figure access. All these stuffs are there, but we not understand what is this actually is all about, right? So this is where your data visualization will help us, right? Yeah. So let us discuss on data visualization. So data visualization is very, very important for several reasons. If you take about visualizing the data, help us making it easier to understand the trends. Actually, this is a pattern. So as you see, like this is the pattern one, and this visualization will help us to understand the trend, pattern, and the relationship that we might miss in the raw data. So when we saw the raw data, usually like when we saw tables or a series of numbers, we will a little bit. It will be very little bit to analyze or like we will find difficulty to understand what is actually happening with this data. Okay, so that's where comes your all these plottings, your graphs, 2D plot, all these stuffs are coming inside, where we can understand what is this particular data is all about. Okay, and how effectively we can get insight from it. That is very, very important. Right? So what that one, and we need to, and it will allow us to make decisions. Okay, if the signal is like this, or if the particular data is like this, or the stream of uh, thing is like this. Okay, how we can actually make some interpretation out of it, okay, and help us to make decision in our survey. And thirdly, it helps us to highlight the trend and the pattern over the time. Okay, we can understand what is the trend that is happening. Okay, so actually, most of you people know about like share market data, right? So simply, if we just witness the value day to day, you just don't understand whether it is raised, whether it is down, what is the uptrend, what is the downtrend, what is the maximum value it is reached, what is the minimum value it has reached, what is the average value, or what is the time value. Everything we need to understand from, but the numbers will not give you that in all this insight. Okay, to place it to the right, we need the right time and the right value to be picked. So that is the effective way of selecting value, right? So this visualization will help us to do that very effectively, right? And also it will help us to make that retain the visual information than the numbers, right? With usually once we see the pattern of the number, once we get the pattern or the signal or the continuous waveform or the continuous data, once we understand this graph, right? So this will help us. We can visually understand what is actually happening there, and we can understand okay, at the initial, this is the trend. At the mid phase is the trend, and now on this is the trend, where we can effectively position. And we this visualization will always remain in us than the text base, right? Yeah. So that is one thing. And the next one, visualization help us to allow to compare the data sets. Actually, this will help us to allow the compare the data easily, because we can then the numbers, then the data which is in the text mode, we can easily understand those things when we are seeing uh, in a visual as in a graph or something. Okay, we can easily understand what is there, and we can easily compare what is the comparison between the one and two. You can easily make that. Okay. And ultimately, this data visualization transform the raw data into actionable insight. Actually, why we want all this stuff we doing, why we want to convert the raw data, everything, just we need want to gain the more insight. Actually, we don't we cannot like rely on the complex mathematics all the time or any predictors to do that particular job and give you the insight. Okay, so this analysis at a one single image, one single picture, you can get lot of data. Okay, so that's why your visualization is very very important. You can transform your raw data into an actionable insights. Okay. So with some crucial tools are there available nowadays. You can use several tools are there where it will automatically convert your raw data into visualization, where you can collect some insights out of it. Okay, how MATLAB will help you? That is the first thing, right? Yes. So MATLAB, you can do lot of visualization. Okay, with that. Several apps are also available and several functions are also available, similar to like plots, scatters, bar, histogram, pie chart, different type of plot you can actually make with the MATLAB. And there are several functions also available. With people working with the MATLAB script-based environment, yes, you can go with several plotting functions are available like splot, heat maps, stream plot. So all these plots are available where you can actually use and you can actually uh, stream the data in this plot. And we have a special feature in MATLAB where you can also where you can work in that data. You can just import this a set of data, or you can collect the data from the line stream as well. Okay, line stream data also you can actually feed into MATLAB and you can make these plots. Okay. And similar to the most common tools, similar to the graphical tools, we can customize the graphs with plot color, markers, labels, access, legends, all this stuff we can actually do with that. Okay. And there are some features where some models you can actually you can animate with MATLAB. That is also possible. Okay. Few stuff we are going to see in some of the example. I will show how you can actually do some graphical and you can play with some signals and how you can make some markers. All these actions you can actually see. And we have if you want to do any of the project, if you want to convert into an handy model, right, where you want to actually showcase, if you want to make build an interactive application, yes, we do have something called as MATLAB app designer. Okay, so which will help you to create something like similar to your smartphone application. You can actually build some apps. Okay, and you can actually make some cool interactive application with that also. Okay. Yes. So what is this script about actually? This script about is actually let us run this particular on A and ML. Then we will come back to the script and run in Math. Okay. There are several resources available to you. I will share you this all these resources because MATLAB is one such an environment where we have all the proper documentation and several webinars, self-paced courses also available for the students who want to start learning with MATLAB, and you can earn certificate from that. Actually, as we are campus as campus wide license, you can actually earn certificate from MATLAB, right? Yes. Now, let us understand. I think most of you know about this one, right? AI. Let us see what is this evidence about AI. Yeah. From data preparation till if you want to launch as we seen in the video, if you want to launch with the robotic model, yes, you can simply use this single tool, okay, and you can perform from data preparation to this robotic launch. Okay. You can do that with MATLAB. Okay, so we have separate apps for data cleaning, data preparation, and we have classification learner, which we are going to explore in a couple of minutes. So where you can actually train your data, okay, and train, test, make cross-fault validation, and you can pass test set, and also you can check the accuracy how your data has been trained. Followingly, you can connect with machines like this, robot, drones. Okay, based on your applications, you can rebuild and you can make this apps and you can connect with your models. Okay, several AI series are several AI webinars are conducted by Mathworks. So feel free to connect with us. Actually, you can participate in this web series IoT. Now we have actually closed this IoT web series, okay, where students have actively participated and submitted their design ideas here for this IoT. And every year, Matlab conducts more workshop competition. Try to participate in that so that you will get a lot of exposure. How and you can use this software. How wisely they are using this software in the field of computer science and engineering. Followingly, today our topic on machine learning, right? So, so we can witness machine learning. Yes. So as we say about AI, right? So machine learning, deep learning, and your reinforcement learnings are very, very important when you plan for an AI model, right? Yes. So let us start working with the script first, as you see in the presentation, right? Let us start with the data visualization. What is the script is all about? Okay. Yes. Using this presentation for a time being, I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. You can see my screen. So let us understand what is this tool is all about. I think most of you know this one, right? So whenever you open Matlab, you will get the screen and the current version. You can see in the top right, I'm using Matlab 2024 B version. And recently we have Matlab 2025 A version is there. And both of this version where you can actually use Python. Okay, if you have development, if you're interested in Python, still if you want to make any of the project research, if you want to, where if you need the support of MATLAB, yes, you come back and you can connect this Python with yes. And a lot of trainings are happening in MATLAB. Please stay in touch with us, stay in touch with the coordinators where you can actually connect with us and you can attend these training sessions actually, which will help you to use this software wisely. And as I was stating, like the updations working with different domains, interoperability are available with this software. Okay. So the script, as you seen in the screen, right? So this is a live script, and you have two options, as you can see, right? This is a new script. Let me explain about this environment. So in the top, you have tabs. Okay, home tab, plot tab, and map tab. And this plot tab will help you once your data are here, right? You can see this plot is actually working. Okay, you can select which plot your data is has to be, and you can see visualization. All data visualization you can see, right? Based on your data, some visualizations suggestions will be available for you. Yes, ma'am.
Yours, we
Hello.
cannot see anything from your screen. Your screen is like white screen.
Not white one. Okay, please wait. So, okay. Can you see MATLAB window, ma'am?
Ah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is your MATLAB interface. Whenever you MATLAB open MATLAB interface, this will be like this. Okay, so in the top left, you can see the version, which particular version you are being using. This is MATLAB R2024B, and now we have R2025A. So MATLAB every year we have two version of release. One is A and one is B. In the month of April, we release that will be the A version, and in the month of September, we release B, that is the B version. Okay, so why we have this two different version in a single year? So MATLAB constantly support all the trending technology. That's why these toolboxes are getting updated. And what are the features, feedbacks we collect from the users, and we will make updations. That's why every year we have this two version, and we always support the trending technology that is there in the best. Okay. Yeah. So whenever you open MATLAB, so in the top you can see three tabs: Home tab, Plot tab, and App tab. So as of today topic, we are discussing about visualization. You just click on this drop down, you can see all the data visualization graphs are available here. Okay, you can see plots, stair plots, MATLAB bar plot, scatter plot, graph plot, pie chart, histogram, polar plots, geographical plot, contour plot, surface 3D surface plot, volumetric analysis plot is there. Okay. So that's why most of the research people who are working in research, people want to publish their paper. Usually, the journal should contain the graphs, right? So that they can easily understand, the reviewer can easily understand about your data, and about from the pattern understanding, he can understand, okay, this is the particular job he has done, and this is the variation, or this is the data, or this is the result he is getting. From that visualization, he can easily coming to he can make a decision out of it. Okay. So usually most of the researchers from the core departments are using our software, okay, because we have n number of plots as you seen in the screen, right? So many plotting options are available for you, despite using an unknown plot or using online plot. And some of the journals, they are suggesting us to go with the software plots, okay, or some industry-based tools, so that that is acceptable. Okay, and all the different variation as you seen in the graph, right? You can give the labels, access, colors as the graph, as the particular journal they have given the colors, actually some standard metrics. You can actually meet all the standard metrics. Okay, you can do that in MATLAB. So a lot of graphical options are available for you. And once your data is selected, you can see some plots are, some suggestions are available for you. You can directly click and just you can see that. Yes. Okay. So like that, each tab will have this special kind of tool strip. Okay, this location we will call this as tool strip. Each tab has a tool strip, and this particular space, this collection of icons, we will call this as tool strip. And as you know, current directory, right? This is in the left hand side. Usually we have the current working directory. This is your current folder. Make sure whenever we work, when all the data table or the coding, whatever we are just importing into the MATLAB, please always check that is available in your current folder. Okay. Command window, this is for single line command executions. Okay. Okay. You just want to try it. If you just want to assign value to a variable, you can just type it here. Okay. It will assign the value. Okay. So all single line commands you can just put in here. Suppose if you want to write it as script, okay, if you want to type as a program, you can go with this new scripts. So similar to your C++, you can develop all the programs here line by line. You can just develop here. Sorry, sorry. Okay, right. If you want to try it, and if you want to make some report or classroom exercise, if you want to give it as a material, you can try this new live script option actually. Okay, you can just open this new live script. One second, some code is in the background. Give me a second, I will reopen this. All right. All right, click on this new live script option. You will get a new live script, and this is where this is special one where you can actually we have two type of modes are there. One is text mode, and one will be code mode. So this will help us to give some text reference text to the code, and you can actually make a transferable file so anyone can understand what your particular code is all about. Okay, for example, let us like start with this the presentation script. Okay, so you can type the code. Actually, two modes are there. You can toggle between code mode and text mode by pressing Alt Enter. So whenever you see the line numbers are appearing, this is in code mode. Whenever you see the empty white screen with blinking cursor, meaning that it is in text mode. So you can toggle between code mode and text mode by pressing Alt Enter. So let us start with the code, which is you are seeing in this. Okay, like MATLAB script. Okay. We don't know what is this code until we run. So now we are toggling to code mode. So as you see in the screen, I'm just typing the code. Okay. 160 star membrane. Okay, and 100. So, since you people are know, you don't know about what is that, what is this 160 star member. So let us understand what is the power of visualization. Okay. This code. X is equal to axis and defining axis, and S is equal to surface. So making a surface plot. What is the meaning of surface? Meaning that this is a 3D plot, right? So you can actually understand working of all this live script, all this script, and we have that model-based design by doing that on-ramp courses. Okay, so we have on-ramp courses for each of this. This will that will help you to understand how this particular environment is actually working and what are the features and capability of. Okay, so here actually in this code I have created a membrane that is membrane to 160 and making a function of uh, surface, okay, and trying to plot with this edge color. I'm setting the edge color to none so that you will won't get any edge color. I'm making an 3D plot. How it become 3D plot since I'm using surface here. Okay, so view 3 will give you the dimension of 3D. So I'm running this code here. Okay. So the left hand side you can see the output. So once you see the image, you will guess it actually what is this particular code is all about. So I think most of you now you get it, right? So this is like the simplest version of your MATLAB logo actually, right? This is the simplest version of your MATLAB logo. And just click it to open in a figure palette so that we can actually. So this is the simplest version of your MATLAB logo actually. So you can actually rotate it. You can visualize this MATLAB logo in all the different perspectives. So this is your top view. Okay. So where the top peak edge colors, this color variations are given, right? So the blue color means it is a little bit the base one, so this is a bottom. So this is the steep. You have the steep is rising here, and the top was not uh, marked with the yellow, and the highest steep we have this orange color. So you can actually witness here. So these color ranges are given to you to easily understand, and from the data you can understand what is you can visualize and understand what is this data is. Okay, here MATLAB will help you to take and understand this 3D plot in a different perspective. Okay, so where it has been starting, where it has been ending, where the maximum peak value is there. You can just click and you can actually see that coordinate as well. Yeah, you can see the coordinates. So x is 139, 62, 158. So even you can make some analysis over the steeps also like this. You can pin in and you can get the analysis out of it. So if I want to walk through over this particular steep, so these are the values. Okay, you can note it down and you can make analysis later actually. Okay, suppose if I want to understand only the green terrain, okay, you can still do that, and you can mark the points over the green terrain like this, and yes, you can actually make a note of it and understand what is the curvature value, okay, over this particular curve, how you can actually make some analysis. Okay, so this is how your data visualization will help us. So from the data we don't know, right? Once we run the script, we don't know what is this script is all about, what is this membrane, why we are need to multiply this with 160, what is the image is all about. So once we plot it and see it, so several insight we can get from that image. Okay, this is a wave image. Okay, then meaning that that 160 star in membrane is a wave function. Okay, from the function of wave we are getting this particular image, and the color differentiation give you that elevation, steepness, all this time, and the peak we have is from making the marking of several points help us to understand. Okay, some insights you are actually getting from that image based representative, that is graphical representative. Okay, that's why we are trying to convert the raw data into graphical so that we can make some decision out of it and gain some data insight from it. Okay, right. So from this part, I like to discuss on machine learning. Okay. So as you seen in that visualize, as you seen in the video, right? Machine learning, as I think most of you know it, right? Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. Okay, artificial intelligence covers this machine learning, reinforced learning, and the deep learning. Correct. So machine learning is a subset of your artificial intelligence. Help us to automatically learn from data. Okay, and improve the performance without explicit program. So once your data is run trained, then if you move for the testing of the data, if you want to make some prediction out of it, no other explicit program we are going to do. Just say passing our test data, you're getting the result. Okay. So that is the best one we are getting from this machine learning. And what are the different type of machine learning? As people from CS background, you know that, right? Supervised learning, unsupervised, and as well as reinforced learning. And today we are going to work with this supervised learning, and we have the iris data with us. We are going to work with the supervised learning. It's a very simple model. Okay, we are just going to use Matlab classification learner lab. In a single stretch, you can just pull the data and you can make a classification learner app to train that particular model, and you can see get the best accuracy model out of it. Okay, so you can actually train that particular model, export it, and you can just pass the test data, and you can get the result out of it. Okay, and just believe me, it's very simple than any other particular programming tool. In MATLAB, this is very simple. You can just do another 10 to 15 minutes. You can just complete this particular machine learning, training all the particular models with your data. Okay, and the best algorithm for your data, you can just achieve it in another 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Yes. So, what is the key concept for this machine learning? So, the key concept usually we need to train this. So, we need to have the data. Okay. We need to have the data. We need to train this. So here I can show that machine learning app. Okay. So here you have the classification learner, deep network designer is there. Okay. Deep network quantization, neural network, curve fitting. We are the similar way we have the neural fitting. Okay. As you seen in the video, we have a regression learner, a reinforcement learner. So all the stuff required for AI is here. Okay. Yes, and we have the statistic and optimization toolbox where you can go for the curve fitting, underfitting, overfitting, identification, all this stuff you can do, right? And the distribution fitter as well as optimization also you can actually perform. Okay, where shall you learn? Okay, as a beginner, you might have a question. Okay, sir, this is fine. Like lot of stuff are available with MATLAB. How we can actually start this learning? Very simple. Just open any one of the browsers. Just type MATLAB on RAM. It will take you to the self-paced course page where you can find machine learning and deep learning courses are available. These are self-paced courses, task-based courses. Once you complete the task, you can understand how you can actually work with MATLAB. At the end of each course, you will get a certificate from MATLAB. Okay, and several students from Chennai universities, all the people who have the campus-wide license, they started working with that tool, and several projects are kicking up with the MATLAB. So we are happy to see that from your institution, we have fortunately have this campus-wide licenses. We can still go ahead and do a lot of courses and get benefit and do several research and projects in MATLAB. Okay. Yes, with that note, let us directly dive into the key concept. The first thing we need to train the model. Okay, what is the training in the sense? You need to have a clear data set. That is very, very important. You must have a clear data set. You can pass it to a training. We in MATLAB we have the data cleaner is there where you can it will automatically identify based on your range of data. It will automatically identify and suggest you if the particular data is not fitting into the range. Okay, cleaner is there, and you can evaluate underfitting and overfitting, and you can actually use the features and labels and make a classification out of it. Cross validation will help us to assess how well the model is generalized, okay, to the unseen data. Okay, it just can help us to understand the generalizing the model from unseen data. Okay, and what is the metrics we will evaluate this model? Okay, very important, right? So now your model is trained. You have your model is ready. After doing cross validation, your model is almost ready. Now, what are the metrics to evaluate this particular model? We have accuracy. Okay. So proportionally, we need to check whether the training of the classes are correct. Okay. Each class features everything was right. And we will go for this precision recall and F1 scores, right? So these are the metrics will help us to identify the imbalance of the class. And usually we will get a confusion matrix. Okay, when we train in MATLAB, right, you will get a confusion matrix to understand how the table and the performance of the classifier model is built, as was done with that particular algorithm. Okay, that we are going to see that. Okay. Yes. So where you see this application, right? Very important as we working for a very long time in machine learning. Okay, it's not a new concept as people more thinking that AI, all these stuffs are very new concept. But actually, AI is more than 10 years it is done in the field of development and in the field of industry. Okay, and now it is slowly evolve and get into the phase of the next as we have the better servers are coming up, better real-time servers are picking up live data, recording, streaming, all this coming up and kicking up with the communication technologies. Yes, we are fortunate to do in a better way. That's why AI is becoming trending nowadays, where your communication sector is also at the top and your processing ability is also at the top. So that's why AI is getting more trend in the industry. Okay, so almost let us start from the healthcare, finance, retail, autonomous vehicle, wherever we say something is smart. Yes, in the background, if you just go and check, either machine learning or the features of AI will be running in that. And very specially, we have nowadays they are using in NLP, natural language processing, right? And as typically it is almost there in that image and video signal processing and robotics. And nowadays, like Elon Musk is almost ready with almost these giants of robots are getting ready with the future, right? Yes, that's how actually, right. Once we become an engineer or passionate person, we should be using the tools or using our idea, try to connect with the real model. That is very very important. Okay, we will then you get lot of insights. Okay, where this tool will help you to will bridge you the gap between making a real model with all your software mindset. Yes. Now what we do? Let us open a machine learning model, which will help us to understand how you can better do with the machine learning with math. Okay. Here I have a flower classification, and most of the professor know this iris dataset. Okay. Yeah. So here I have a dataset. So where flowers data is available with me today. Okay. So different varieties of flower along with this data set, including the septal width, septal length, uh, color, all these data are available with me. So as we start with the supervised learning, okay, what is supervised learning? We have the data set readily available with us. Okay. So working with the data, known data. Okay. Yeah. So we have the labeled of input and output pair with us. So let us use MATLAB classification learner and check how it is actually working for us. Okay. Yeah, it's getting up. It will take some time. Yes. So this is a Fisher Iris data. Okay. So as this is developed in live editor, okay, since we have discussed, right, if I directly give this command, right, you cannot understand what is this table until otherwise you become expert or some intermediate level with MATLAB, right? You can't understand what is this Fisher table. So here you can actually give some comments or reference text so that you can understand what this data is all about. Okay, so this particular line help us to read the data from Fisher Iris CSV, which is a table of data is there. Once you run it, so you can actually three ways available for you can run it. You can either press the strip line or press the run button, which will appear here, or you can press the F5 key to run this particular code. Okay, so what this will do, it will load the Fisher Iris data like this. Okay, So once I run it, it reads the Fisher iris data. So here you can see the septal length, septal width, petal length, petal width. So these are like the parts of the flower. Okay, septal is that flower, right? Petal width and species. They are giving the species. Okay. Here we have trained with several species: Cenota, sorry, Setosa, Veris color. Right? So there are several other species, Virginica. Okay. So based on the flower, septal length, septal width, petal length, petal width, we have categorized. Okay, the flower. So the categories are there. You can just see the species are they are mentioned as species. Okay. So here we have the input output pair. So what is the meaning? We can go for supervised learning. Okay. Here we have the input output pair. We can go for all the algorithms. We can use all the algorithms of the supervised learning. Okay. Yes. The next step, let us open classification learner app. Okay. And use this data. Okay, now your data is imported into MATLAB. As we read the table, your data is imported. Okay, yes. Now what we do, we use the classification learner app. We are opening classification learner app with this command, classification learner. Yeah. So this is your classification learner app. You can either run like this or in the apps you have an option to bring this up. Okay. So this is your classification learner app. Here I am going to create a new session. So you have two options. Either you can directly pull the data from the file or you can use the workspace. Data from the workspace. So workspace is the place where all your executed data will be available. In MATLAB, we have something called as workspace. I will show that also. So this is your workspace. In the right end, you can see workspace. So all the executed data are here. Okay, you can use this data. Okay. So whenever you are doing any want to work with any of the data or any of the applications, you can just directly go. So I'm just selecting it. I want from the workspace since I have run all the things. I can import from this workspace. So I'm selecting from workspace. Yes. So automatically, sorry. Yeah, it is getting up. Automatically, it will take the Fisher iris data because that is the only data I have imported. Okay, from the data set variable, the response and predictors, it will automatically select. Since supervised learning, MATLAB has a feature, it will understand which are the particular features you will be taking as a for predictors and species your responder, your output. Correct? Yes. Here you can perform this crossfold validation, and here by default we have 5 point, that is 5% of the data at each classes will be taken for the crossfold variant to check that particular species that the features has been trained perfectly or not. Yes, to protect against overfitting. In that itself they have mentioned, right? To protect against overfitting. Because some species might have the very close values, right? As if you see the regression, logic regression, you can see the graphs where some species will be very closely aligned to that line, the margin that will separate the classes. Okay, so this crossfold validation help us to understand. It will create an boundary. So this will help us to avoid the problem of overfitting. Okay, so now let us start the session. Okay. So now it will just import the data into the classification manner and that bring the data into the classification manner. Okay. See here you can see all the models. Okay. Here you can see all the models. More than 20 plus models are available with MATLAB. Okay. 20 plus algorithms are available. Here you can see the original data Fisher iris of their uh, classes. Okay, here you can see, right, the red one and the orange one are very closely assigned, right? So this will create an overfitting problem. So the blue one is perfect. It is as of the septal means they are in the different region. So no problem of this identifying the class. But the problem for this yellow one and this yellow one is your Virginica and the very sick color. So these are very closely assigned. Okay. So this will create a overfitting problem. Okay. So you can actually bring this cross-fold validation to help us to avoid this overfitting problem. Okay. So now I'm taking this all to quick to train, which may help us to train all the model. Okay, then click on this train button. That's it. So it will create a parallel pool. Okay, so that is the power of MATLAB, where it will create a parallel pool. So all your algorithms will run together and give you the how many features it has been taken and give you the accuracy as of your data. Okay, which particular model gives you more accuracy, that will be listed in the top. Okay, see, you can, in the left hand side you can see the models are getting trained. So all the models are there, starting from your tree, KNN, so SVM, all the possible models that support this particular table data has been trained with MATLAB. So here tree data has been given, this run in a very short time and give you accuracy very close to 96.7%. Okay. So here in that, and let me select the model. So answer. Yes. So you can see the confusion matrix. So this is that, as I was saying in the key concept, like model evaluation. So once your model is there, your classification honor, you are passing the data. There is an you are avoiding the by doing cross validation. You are avoiding the overfitting. The next step, model evaluation. So now your model has been trained. From this confusion matrix, you can understand how much the model is trained and how much number of the models that is in true case and false case. All these rates you can actually check. That is available in the right hand side. Yes, Senata 100% perfect. Your data is 100%. Now, any data that is very close to Senata was given. That is the blue one. So here you can see, right? The Veris color and Virginica, as you see in the diagram, right? The dots are very closely aligned. That's why it will throw you 94% was accuracy was there. 6% there is a mismatch has been happened with this Virginica. Okay, as of in Virginica, 4%, right? 4% from this various color has been mismatched. So that's why your total accuracy is 96.7%. Okay, right? So the false rate is there and your true positive rates are here. So as of Senota, it is 100%. Okay, no problem. When you pass the data very close to Senota, it will be marking to 100%. So what is the next step? Now your model is trained. How you can use this model? Very simple. Just click export this model. Okay. So now your model is getting exported. I am taking the tree model. So here exporting model one. So I am taking the higher accuracy model, that is your tree model, and it is consumed very less time. So I'm taking this higher accuracy tree model, and including the training data, I am exporting this particular model. So now my model is ready. So meaning that my classifier is ready. Just I need to pass the test data or any data so that it will check for the data and give you the category, which particular category your data is belonging to. Okay. So now I'm going back to that MATLAB. Okay. Yes. So here I'm just passing that what I'm doing to do. I'm going to create a table. So from the Fisher Iris table, okay, from the value 1.6 to 1.4. Okay. So I'm taking some set of data from the original table just to test the learner app. Okay. I'm not passing any different value. I'm just taking a set of table value and passing to the trained model just to check whether the trained model giving me appropriate output. Okay. So I'm just running it so you can see the table data in that here. Okay, so this data I'm actually taking from that main table actually from the Fisher Iris table. Okay, so these are some data. So I'm just passing this data to my model. Let us see which particular data is that getting. Okay, so it is already tried once. That's why it's showing that. Okay, so now I'm passing it to YFit trained model. YFit equal to train model dot predict function of t. Okay. So once you place the cursor, you can understand what is the particular data. Only I'm just passing the data alone. So here you can see the septal length, septal width, petal length, and petal. And this I'm passing this table data. and asking the trained model to check whether, see, this is my table data. Can you say what are this table data is belonging to? So I have run this model. Okay, here you can get this output. So all the data which I have passed is belong to Titosa. Okay, which is 100% this model is has been trained. Okay, yes. So like this, wisely you can actually use camera. Okay, this particular model classification, your machine learning uh, model is ready for simulation. Actually, here if you end up this particular idea here, so then this become a simulation model. Okay, in MATLAB, you can actually push it to the next level where you can connect to cameras. So we have something called as MATLAB Mobile, where you can directly connect camera along with this particular classification learner. You can connect it, and once you take photo of any flower, you can pass that to MATLAB, and that will help you to identify which that particular uh, species that particular flower is belonging to. Then this became an live project where an hardware is involved. Okay, so that is the power of MATLAB. So once you complete this, suppose if you want to push this data to IoT, okay, yes, you can actually do that with ThinkSpeak, and you can push this species data to cloud. Okay, like this, you can keep on extending your project or your research work wherever you want to. This interoperability to be happen, you can push it to the next. Okay. So I have another one simple example. With that, we will complete this session. I will show that. So the next model will be this one. Yeah. So actually, what I am going to do with this particular model, we are using something called as AlexNet. Okay, and this particular AlexNet is trained with all the wildlife, flowers, common vegetables, fruits, all these things. Okay, so AlexNet is something like it is already pre-trained model. So in MATLAB, we are trying to use this pre-trained model. Okay, I'm just passing in image. Okay, so I'm just passing this image to MATLAB along with this pre-trained network called as AlexNet. It is already pre-trained with all the common items like flowers, animals, vegetables, fruits. All this time are already trained with this AlexNet. I'm just using the help of this AlexNet. I'm passing this image to that. Okay, I don't know what is this image is consisting of. Okay, but this is an image having some fruit actually. I don't know, but what category it belongs to, fruit or a vegetable. Okay, I'm passing it and just I want to understand how this AlexNet is working and what is that particular thing that is available in this image. Okay, so the first line I'm reading that image. Second line I'm passing that value to this Alex network, and third line I'm using that cam function and converting to IM. Okay, so this IM will give me the IM image, but that image of this particular peppers.png, and I'm resizing to 227 and 227. Why? Because AlexNet, all the images are available in this block size. So height and length and width. So I'm just converting this pepper images to 227 so that it will be easy for AlexNet to make the comparison and bring the data out from it. Okay. The next one, I want to have the score of this prediction. Okay. What is the score and which is the class name, so that I will get what is there in this image. Okay, I'm making this command to draw now, so this will give that image ready. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, I don't know what is there in this particular image. I'm just passing this image, but I know this is a vegetable one. Okay, we're passing it to AlexNet. Okay, and making the use of 227 block size and asking the AlexNet to predict, hey, what is there in my particular image, and can you see what is this prediction all about, and give me the score value and what is the class of this image. Okay, so that I can understand what is there in this image. Okay, let us check for the output. Yes, so this is my image. Okay, so this is what the conversion is happening. So my image size is this one. Okay, by processing resize option, it will be converted to this. And now you can see label is equal to category, and these are build purpose. Okay, these are build purpose. Okay. So like this, you can use all the pretty networks. Google Net is there, right? And we have several LLMs are available. So you can use those all those LLM along with MATLAB, and you can use several. And you can plan for several research and project with MATLAB. Okay. Just you can see, right? Just another 5 to 6 line of code available for you. Just type it. You can just simply run, and I get an idea how these AlexNet or pretty networks are working with MATLAB. All right, let me get the score that will help me. Uh, yeah, the score is here. Okay, so more than 1,000 plus item objects has been has been trained with this AlexNet. It is available, right? So like this, you can actually learn MATLAB for doing machine learning and deep learning. Just you can just open any one of the browser and just type MATLAB on run. It will take you to the self-paced course page where you can learn what are the stuff I have teach, right? You can, if you want to start from the basic one, the beginner one, you can actually try with these self-paced courses. So for people from CS background, yes, you can click on this AI and data science. Yes, it is here. So you can start with this machine learning and deep learning on ramp techniques so that you can how you effectively use this MATLAB and course path is also there. Okay, so once you complete this course path, you will earn badges actually. See here they have given, right? So once you complete this course path, you can earn badges like this. So we will call this as digital credentials. Okay, this is the first year it has been activated. Okay, so once you complete all these courses, all these 4 courses, right? So classification method, regression method, cluster analysis, dimension. So these are very important. So people want to work for AI. You want to work in real projects. This understanding of this regression methods, cluster analysis, dimensional prediction are very very important. Okay, working with the data sets are very very important. Okay, so all this thing you can learn from MATLAB and you can get badges. This is the very first year we are giving options to all the users. So people who are completing this learning path can earn this badge. Okay, digital credential will be get. You will get a badge like this. So you have completed machine learning techniques in MATLAB. So you will get a badge from MathWorks. Okay, so you can highlight in your resumes and just see how many hours it will take. It will take just 6 hours. So it not meant you need to spend our entire 6 hours in a single day. You can just spend 15 minutes every day, and you can just complete within a month. You can just complete this one. Okay. So with this note, I'm just closing the session. If you have any question, any doubt, or if you want to connect with me in any part of that time, yes, feel free to connect with me. And I'm sharing my contact details. So over to you, Kirtana ma'am. So any questions or feedback, I'm ready to connect with.
Uh,
Participants, if you have any questions, you can raise it.
Participants, any questions you can ask. No questions, I hope, Kirtana.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you for the wonderful session on visualization and then model building using KNN. I guess our students will make most out of MATLABs, and it was a very eye-opening session for them. They will also register for the self-paced course that is present in the MATLAB. Thank you so much for the wonderful session, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. And please feel free if you want to connect with me later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gautam sir. It was like really insightful to know how machine learning is working using the Matlab, and definitely we'll be in touch with you. I hope we'll need some time to work on this and get to know more about this, how machine learning can be implemented using Matlab. So definitely, I think no, we'll be keep on. No, we'll be in connect with you so that all our queries will get satisfied. Thank you, Gautam
Sure.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Participants, I have posted the feedback form in the chat. You can post your feedback using the Google form link that has been posted in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Raji ma'am.